up, guys? It's Benny. We don't claim to be the highest IQ channel on the entire internet, but I can tell you this, I'm very good at pattern recognition. And here's what we've noticed. Some of these reporters, we're doing these interviews these days, and they keep telling me this is a both sides issue. Oh, okay, well, why don't we look at both sides? Here's how the right has responded to Charlie Kirk being assassinated by a left-wing Democrat radical trans activist. Okay, so clearly the right is the aggrieved party here. The right is the threatened party here. We are the victims. Everyone that I know has prayed, mourned, and gone to church. And that's it. That's it. There's been no looting. There's been no fires in the streets. There's been no killing. There's been no violent reaction at all on the right. At all. The left, on the other hand, well, a Democrat predator, George Zinn, distracted law enforcement immediately after Charlie Kirk's shooting, helping the assassin get away. He was charged criminally. The next day, a bomb was planted on a Fox News vehicle by 2 Democrat voters, charged with terrorism. Charlie Kirk memorials have been vandalized. Charlie Kirk supporters have been assaulted and attacked. Thousands and thousands of leftists have lost their jobs for celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder. A DNC super donor just shot up an ABC affiliate building because Jimmy Kimmel's show was taken off the air. It was just suspended because Jimmy Kimmel was lying about left-wing terrorism. Texas Tech student has been charged with assault and expelled. Texas State student expelled for mocking Charlie Kirk's death. 58 House Democrats voted against disavowing political violence. Brett Kavanaugh's left-wing political assassin came out as trans, and then there was a bomb threat at RFK Jr.'s house. This is all in 1 week. Don't tell me that there's not a problem with political violence. And the right has every reason to take precautions at Charlie Kirk's memorial service, which is going to be held tomorrow. One, because Democrats continue to go on and on and on about how Charlie Kirk was a threat to the nation. And 2, because, well, there has been a psychotic increase in left-wing attacks. Jimmy Kimmel got suspended for mocking Kirk's death and then blaming MAGA. And the reaction from the left is to go be terrorists. Jimmy Kimmel was suspended for effectively lying about left-wing terrorism, and the response is more left-wing terrorism. A left-winger shot up a local ABC news station. Look at this guy. Here's the guy right here. His entire account is going after Republicans, wanting for their death, making fun of Charlie Kirk, demanding gun control, and he's the one who goes and shoots up an ABC news station. Here are all of his donations to Act Blue. In case you're wondering who this guy supports, I mean, I guess we'll never know. The motive, we'll never know the motive. You can see the bullet holes here on the building. So, ladies and gentlemen, with the President of the United States rolling through for Charlie Kirk's memorial, along with, like, effectively the entire cabinet, you can understand why people are a little bit jumpy. Now, there's a man who had just been arrested for impersonating a law enforcement officer at Charlie Kirk's memorial event, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. He was armed with a gun and a knife, and he told Secret Service that he was providing private security, according to the Washington Post. And he was arrested. Armed man posing as law enforcement arrested at Charlie Kirk Stadium, where Charlie Kirk's funeral will be held. This is scary, obviously scary stuff. You can't have anything bad happen at this thing. The leaders of the free world will all be there. Armed man who was allegedly posing as a member of law enforcement was arrested by Secret Service agents. Where Charlie Kirk's funeral is going to be on Sunday. Joshua Runks, who is allegedly carrying a knife and a gun, expired law enforcement credentials, was detained inside of the stadium before it was secure. It's home to the Arizona Cardinals in Glendale on Friday. He's 42. He told Secret Service that he was on the site to provide private security and handed them inactive law enforcement credentials. So let's go ahead and look. Here he is. This is his photo. They didn't even lock him up for the weekend. How is this possible? Let's go ahead and check more about what actually happened here. So I think we have some clarification here. Obviously, they're putting up massive security fencing, right? So they're going to secure the entire facility. They put up this giant Charlie Kirk banner, big Turning Point USA banner outside of the stadium. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty incredible looking. Look at that. And Caroline Leavitt has obviously revealed that the White House is taking 2 planes full of staff to the Charlie Kirk Memorial. President, Vice President, Speaker of the House, Cabinet Secretaries speaking at the memorial service tomorrow, taking 2 planefuls of White House staff. Just speaks of how many people that he touched at the highest levels of government. Be honored to remember him tomorrow, says Caroline Leavitt. Okay, so here is a clarification on what happened with the man impersonating law enforcement arrested. I want to add a note of clarity here. This individual was doing advanced security for a known guest planning to attend the memorial service. We do not believe this person was attempting anything nefarious. However, the advance is not done in proper coordination with Turning Point, security, or U.S. Secret Service. Important to note that this was done before the site had been actually locked down. So it really raised suspicions. Again, the leaders of the free world will be here tomorrow. Security 1 level event by DHS. They have to have like designated survivors and everything like that. It's like State of the Union. It's crazy. First time, I think, ever that a president and a vice president are going to attend a private, a citizen's funeral together and speak. It's history making. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here's Fox News covering and giving more insight into what happened to the security breach. We pray for peace tomorrow. I want nothing more than peace, but you cannot unite over a lie. You cannot unite with people who want you dead. So it's time for Republicans to take precautions. Here they are.
The big story tonight is a Fox News alert. The Secret Service has now arrested an armed man posing as law enforcement at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, where Charlie Kirk's memorial service will be held tomorrow. Now, he was reportedly armed with a knife and a gun and told Secret Service he was there to provide private security. While officials continue their investigation, everyone is now on edge. Before this arrest, law enforcement reportedly posted a bulletin warning of violent extremists targeting the service. President Trump, Vice President Vance, and other administration officials will be in attendance and deliver remarks. Officials estimate more than 100,000 people may attend. Joining us now live from the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, is Bill Malugin. Bill, what are you seeing on the ground?
Tommy, a lot of roadblocks and a lot of security. There are fences going up all around the stadium as we speak right now. It is really tough to get in here, and that is only going to ramp up come this time tomorrow. But you were just talking about that guy who got arrested for showing up here, pretending to be law enforcement while armed with a gun and a knife. We have an update about him. Arizona DPS confirming they're now charging him with a felony. His name is Joshua Runkles. They say he is not law enforcement, not affiliated with law enforcement, but he's now being charged with felony impersonation of law enforcement, as well as misdemeanor carrying a weapon in a prohibited place. They say they're now trying to figure out what he was doing here, what his intent was. They're looking into his background to figure out if there was something sinister going on here. That investigation still playing out. He has since been released on bond, and we're working on getting his mugshot. More on that as we get it. In the meantime, expecting massive crowds out here in Glendale, Arizona tomorrow, as this memorial service, Glendale PD says, could have upwards of 100,000 people showing up. Guys, the stadium behind us where the Arizona Cardinals play only seats about 60,000 people, so we could potentially have tens of thousands of people in the overflow, and we're told that overflow is going to go to the nearby NHL arena where the Arizona Coyotes play. Obviously, some huge names in Republican politics showing up here to speak on Kirk's behalf tomorrow. Take a look at this list. It includes President Trump, Vice President Vance, Erica Kirk, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, and then several of President Trump's cabinet secretaries, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio, HHS Secretary RFK Jr., Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, DNI Tulsi Gabbard, and the list goes on. When it comes to security concerns, local police and State Farm say they're prepared, they're ready, and they're working on anything that could come their way. Take a listen.
We're expecting people from all over the country, including possibly the world, arriving to this event.
We have all the best of the best working it, and we're ready for Sunday.
And again, regarding that suspect who was arrested earlier, he is facing that felony charge and a misdemeanor charge. But again, he has been released from custody. We're going to continue working with local law enforcement out here, trying to get more details as they release more information about what the possible motive was here. But a little bit of a security scare here already, guys. And the program is still, 24 hours away from starting. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much, Bill Malugin. Please stay safe.